Hey everyone, it looks like there is a new torpedo boat at tier 8 with this month's Blitz pass, and it's a Japanese one, so let us take our favorite ambush position to test it and look at that, look at what is coming our way. There you go. It looks like that thing is going to be a lot of fun. Let us take a look at it in the stats sheet first. And there you have it, the Amatsukaze, which is supposed to be a tier 8 Kagero clone, so Japanese premium destroyer, and immediately when you compare it with the others, yeah, indeed, it does look pretty much like a Kagero. You're losing quite a lot of hit points actually, and you're getting pretty much similar survivability stats, but you are going a little bit faster. The rest of the stats are pretty similar. That's actually pretty good because the Kagero, it's one of the slowest DDs at tier 8 and you get the engine accelerator, so that's a good thing. In terms of guns, you pretty much have the same guns with a tiny bit better reload, but still that does not make you a gunboat, you are still a torpedo boat. Your guns DPM, it's not really up there, but it's, yeah, okay, it's manageable. What's actually great, it's the turret rotation that you get. It's still something that you want to improve with your equipment setup, but yeah, that's a major upgrade over the Kagero. Where it gets really interesting, it's in the torpedoes department, and you get the same torpedoes as the Kagero, but the damage per torpedo goes way up. From 4,600 to 5,100, and that has two implications. The first one, your burst damage, so the amount of damage that you can get in one salvo. As you saw in the intro, it's pretty much up there. Only the Asachu using its torpedo and the Siliwangi not using anything are going to beat you, so that's amazing. But in terms of torpedoes DPM, unlike the Siliwangi, that thing reloads in 60 seconds, and so yeah, you do actually have the best torpedoes DPM at tier 8. So yeah, that's pretty good indeed. Not like the Kagero was any bad with regards to that, but this is just much better. So what are you trading for that? You're trading a tiny bit of torpedo range, about 300 meters, but let's be real, 9.3 kilometers of torpedo range, that's absolutely excellent, so yeah. And finally, the AA, yeah, it wasn't there with the Kagero, and it's not there as well for the Amatsukaze. So yeah, a pretty nice surprise actually. Let's take a look at it in action. And there you have it in what is best described as a typical tier 8 matchmaking with a CV. Lots of planes in the air on both team, 3 battleships, 2 DDs and 1 cruiser. But yeah, it's actually a pretty good map for that ship. Lots of open space, lots of bases to cap, and lots of mountains or islands to hide behind. And you know what, let's do that right away. But yeah, this is not a fast boat by any means, so if there is an Akatsuki on the enemy team, he is very likely to be in the base before I am. So I'm not going to be overly aggressive, especially I see that I'm going to get spotted by the enemy CV, because yeah, I guess it's pretty much unavoidable here. And I'm going to be a little bit more cautious. I do have 2 friends behind me, the 2 cruisers are going to help if the enemy DD gets spotted, but unfortunately I am before he is, and is already in the base, so yeah, let's be a little bit more careful here, let's not do anything stupid, and let's actually look at those 2 battleships that are going for A, because yeah, they're certainly going to look for the cruisers behind me. So there you go, that's the enemy DD, that's Yakatsuki sending me its warm welcome, but I'm not interested in him. I am much more interested in this Maggie than North Carolina that are thinking about yellowing my cruisers, and yeah, sure enough, that is actually what you do with that kind of ships. You really anchor around islands, and you see if you can ambush battleships that are going in a certain direction. And you avoid dogfights with enemy DDs. In that case, it's a bot, so I don't really care. But generally speaking, yeah, even though you do have better guns than the Kagero, the DPM is better, the turret rotation is actually pretty good now. But yeah, you're not going to get on top of Lightning or any German DD or an Italian one, for example. So yeah, you kind of have to watch out, and yeah, you're not really meant to be dogfighting into those bases. So what you're meant to do is look for the best positions to cross the route of the enemy battleships, and casing point, there is a Kansas right there, so I'm going to stay away from gunshots for a couple of seconds there, hopefully disengage, but no, the enemy CV is being very annoying with me. But yeah, this Kansas looks like it's coming in a nice straight line, so let us send in some flowers to begin with. So yeah, the Amatsukaze, it's actually a pretty big improvement over the Kagero, let's be honest here. You're kind of losing a substantial amount of health and a bit of torpedo range, but what you are gaining, it's really a lot of torpedoes punch. Just look at that. And I am still reloading in 60 seconds, so that's actually pretty good indeed. So as long as you watch out for your positioning, you do not engage in fights you cannot win, and you do not get detected stupidly, then I guess you're good to go with that thing. Look at that, we're going to jump to the next island because I'm still detected, for fuck's sake, so let's maybe wait until we see what that Kansas is all about. And I'm going to let my team delete the enemy CV because yeah, so far so good actually, we're doing quite well, we're leading this one. But all the enemy battleships are coming from A to B, and this is exactly where I want to be positioned. So yeah, you're also a little bit faster than the Kagero, and that's actually pretty good indeed, because honestly what that DD was absolutely lacking is turret rotation and speed, and those are two things the whatever this name is, actually improves on it. So yeah, I genuinely cannot believe that Wargaming is putting such a fun ship in a Blitz pass, a tier 8 excellent Japanese destroyer. So yeah, it's a pretty good surprise, to be honest. And so yeah, now we are exactly where we are. Oh, for fuck's sake. This guy is not giving us any break, but this time it's going to hit us. So yeah, and you see immediately where the lack of hit points is coming to bite you. Any single hit you take, it's leaving you in a very poor position, but now we do not have the enemy CV to bother us. So we can remain undetected, and we can actually play the hide and seek ambush game that Japanese DDs are absolutely amazing at playing. And so yeah, just wait for it, they are coming, pull out nicely the Amagi, yeah, oh boy, poor boy, and now I run away, yeah, I'm well outside of detection from them at the moment, so I don't really need to activate my smoke screen, because that would let everybody know where I am, but yeah, just look at how much damage these torpedoes are going to deal to that Amagi. So yeah, all in all, it's a pretty good ship actually. Let's maybe take some time to review it now. And so yeah, is it fun? Yeah, for me, absolutely. I love torpedo boat. That's really my school of play when you think about destroyers, and I just love them with all my heart. I love Japanese destroyers as well, so yeah, there can be a lot of fun. Just look at what we're going to go to that North Carolina. We're going to activate YOLO mode here, engine accelerator, smoke screen, and we're going to simply blast it away. So yeah, it's a super fun ship to play. Is it beginner friendly? Yeah, yes and no. Yeah, you pretty much have to remember the fights that you cannot win. It's still a torpedo boat, so you're not going to win every one of them, and the lack of hit points can really be annoying in certain circumstances, but overall you can easily avoid detection and have a lot of fun with those 9.3 kilometers torpedoes. Free to play friendly, I'm not so sure about this one. Japanese DDs are very free to play friendly. This one maybe a bit less, because I'm suspecting that the beautiful camo that you are seeing here, which increases the speed of the torpedoes, it is going to be probably in the Blitz pass, where you have to pay a little bit more. And you might have to carry a couple of premium repair kits to cope with the lack of hit points, but overall, in a Blitz pass, it's not going to be expensive, and that's why I'm giving it a 4 star out of 5. We are indeed looking at the best torpedo boat at the rate in a Blitz pass. So there you go, Amatsukaze, a nice surprise to me, and yeah, I can't wait to buy this one. So I hope you enjoyed my review. Stay safe, take care. That was DFA signing out. Bye bye.